Hey everyone, welcome. So I apologize that these videos have been coming out a bit late. I underestimated the breadth of these videos due to travel as well. But the videos for this homework, I'm going to go through a bit slightly here, and I'm also just going to download it for us as well. So this homework provides you with the instructions at the start, but it gives you three different tables here, city, bus, and schedule, and then some hints with them as well. Hints here, attributes of black background are the primary keys. So what that means is that these four are primary keys of schedule, these two are primary keys of bus, and this is a primary key of city. What it's going to ask you to do as well are simple queries that is going to um, variety of tasks here. For instance, write an SQL query that returns cities for which both incoming and outgoing connections exist, to city and from city attributes in relation to bus. So again, um, a few ways that you can think about this is to do it where we did it with relational algebra at the start. But what I would recommend is create your tables at the start too, right? So to get started here with a potential thing you could use here, do my query tool. Again, I won't give away all of it here, but essentially if I'm making a table called city, I would do something like create table city, right? I would open my parentheses, and now we know we have two attributes, right? Name. And whenever you're making a name here, you might be thinking, okay, so what should I use? Usually for our text, we might have something like varchar, and then we probably will do, I might just do 50 if we need it, just in case we have extra room. And then of course we have states, which is another varchar, var character, and we know all the time it might be two, right? Because states have the abbreviations of the two of them from what it looks like here. So you're not going to be penalized if you do 20 here either. But what I would like you to try to think about is what's the most efficient way to use these different types, because you can get away in database design with just using numbers and variables like as you feel, but it's good practice to get into the idea of, okay, what is this actually asking me for and how can I do it more effectively? One more thing here is we could also make this primary key. Let's see if this runs for us here. Whoops. These should be commas, I believe. And let me put a semicolon at the end there. Cool. So now I created a table here. And let me select start from city. I have it as a capital C, so let me just make sure that exists there. And now I have my name and my state, and I have a primary key between my name, and then this matches up well, okay? So this is just an idea to get you started. The hints as well tell you about the foreign keys that are there, so please make sure you read them. Not so much hints, but these are kind of required for it too. And again, to make a foreign key in the lectures, we did it as well, but you can do something similar where you create another table for schedule, something like this. And then you can double check which ones are your foreign keys. So B company and B number from schedule are foreign keys to company and number of bus. So you're going to need to create all of your tables similar to here, but just make sure that you have the relation between the foreign keys. One of the lecture videos that I posted here, scroll down, it's a bit hectic looking with all of these. Primary and foreign key creation will be good for this part of your homework, and in constraints and primary key selections might not be the most useful here because you're told what to pick, but it might be helpful to watch it too. As a reminder, all of the SQL code should be downloadable from here. So if you click on this, hopefully this works. So you can open this with Visual Studio Code or anything that you like. I have a weird extra program that I don't know how I got it, but I have this one here. And there's comments in here, but these are from the videos as well. So feel free to look at this too whenever you're creating it. One of them provides you, this is the first one, but I think the second one might be a bit more useful for our purposes here. It probably won't load on Canvas for you. But you can see here, this explains how you can make a foreign key referencing the other tables there, okay? So for your homework, I would first start off with this, making sure that your city and schedules are set up okay. Make your tree tables, make the primary keys in those, and then make your foreign keys. And then after that, you could try to make this with relational algebra, or make sure that it's excuse me, um, sorry, lost my train of thought. Relational algebra and then transfer it into SQL code, or you can just go straight with SQL code too. You don't need to provide the relational algebra because you're just turning an SQL file. One more little hint that I want to show you is that this each city should be returned only once. And that is going to be this idea of distinct, which I haven't talked too much about the lectures yet because there's a bunch of small nuances when we're coding. But let me see if I can pull up a distinct statement here. Cool. So I won't have an actual example of this typed up, but there was one provided here. They might give us this. There we go. So this SQL statement, see if I get it here. What this is telling us is that when we state something that says select distinct country, let me try to do it this way here. So I have 91 records when I run it just from select country from customers. And if we scroll through this, we see here that we have 2 UKs, okay? Because that means that every customer has a country that's provided from them. If we go ahead and add in this distinct keyword, you'll see that it gets down to 21, and we see that UK is only provided once. So what this does, this distinct, is that first of all, this query is returned to us. So we get 91 records. And again, none of this data is deleted from customers table. We're just pulling it from it. And then what our SQL code does is it states, okay, from these 91 records, give me the unique instance or the distinct instance of each one generally, okay? So if I run this, then it's going to order it by it as well. Remember that we can also do, um, let's see if we could do it there. Okay, so we still get 21. And let me just add one more thing for us. So this is going to give us the order by give us the order by country. If we type DSC after it, which is our descending, so in one of the extra videos, we did look at all of these, but if I run it this way, you'll see that I get descending order or from bottom to top. And if I type in ascending order, ASC, I get our natural order, but it looks like if I don't even do that, because of the way the countries are made, or sorry, are named, not made, we get the A up until there. So it looks like it's already in alphabetical order, but these are just some ways to look at it. Okay, cool. So this is from W3 schools, but please use your resources as you'd like as well. I'm always here for office hours too and through email. And just make sure that whenever you're seeing stuff where it says returned once or these ideas of make sure that there's no duplicates. You can either do that through joins and through natural, through final ordering bias as well. So it just depends on how you want to approach it. Again, there's not a perfect SQL queries can be done in multiple ways, but some are more efficient than others. So for instance, you might be able to join some of these country and customers together in a way where we don't have duplicates at all and then go from there. Or it might be easier just to get all the information from there and then order it after. Cool. Show this. So the homework is a total of 1.7 questions. And then the final one is a bonus question based off of your question 1.7. And so you're going to be provided some information and then from there, try to improve it as well. So you get a total of 35 points for this one and then 10 extra too. And remember, I think I have these here. I believe these should be open for you too. So feel free to reply in here or to reply to other people about questions that you have, or if your code isn't running, just let me know too. You may have seen it in some of the videos. Sometimes SQL code, you're just missing a comma, or for me, I sometimes forget to type from by accident just because it's been so many times I've been doing it. So just make sure a second pair of eyes could always help too. Great. So best of luck with this homework, and let me know if you have any questions.